Hello everyone. Today we are going to do something fun. We are going to draw a number tree. So, what are the things we are going to need today to build our number tree? We are going to use the divisibility rules we have learned this week. So, which numbers are we going to need? We are going to need 2, 3, 5 and 11. Do you remember the rules? A number is divisible by 2 if it ends with 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8. How do we find out if a number is divisible by 3? We add up all the digits. If the sum of the digits is divisible by 3, then the number is also divisible by 3. A number is divisible by 5 if it ends with 5 or 0. How do we find out if a number is divisible by 11? This was the fun one. Do you remember? We start looking at the number from the right. We add up all the digits. We add up all the alternate digits from the right and keep the sum. Next, we add up all the remaining digits and also keep the sum. Now, we subtract the two sums and find out the difference. If the difference is also divisible by 11, the number is divisible by 11. This is what we have already learned. What are the other things we are going to use? We are going to check if a number is divisible by 7, 13, 17 or 19. We do not have any divisibility rules for them, but we are going to divide a number by these four numbers and see if the remainder is 0 or not. So you must be thinking, what are we doing with the numbers 4, 6, 8, 9 and 10? Because we also learned the divisibility rules of them. Today, we are not going to use the divisibility rules of 4, 6, 8, 9 and 10. Why? Because 4 is divisible by 2, 6 is divisible by 2 and 3, 8 is divisible by 2, 9 is divisible by 3 and 10 is divisible by 5 and 2. So, we are looking for the divisibility rules of 2, 3 and 5. Therefore, they also cover 4, 6, 8, 9 and 10. We are finding out only the smallest numbers we can divide a number by. We will see how we are doing this in this lesson. Let us start building the number tree. We will start using it for the number 126. How do we do it? We will first start checking with the smallest number. What is the smallest number we have in our divisibility rule? It is 2. So is 126 divisible by 2? Yes, it is. So what do? We divide it by 2 and write the quotient, which is 63. Divided by 2, get 63. Why did we write 2 in pink? Because 2, we cannot make it any more smaller. Next step, we will check 63. Start checking with the smallest number again. Is 63 divisible by 2? What is the last digit? It is 3. So, 63 is not divisible by 2. We will check next with which number? We will check with 3. Is 63 divisible by 3? Add the digits. 6 plus 3 is 9. And 9 is divisible by 3. So, 63 is also divisible by 3. Yes, it is. What do we do to our number tree? We divide 63 by 3 and write the quotient, which is 21. 3 and 21. Again, 3 is in pink because we cannot divide the number to any smaller number. What will we do next? Can you guess? Yes, we are going to check 21 next. What will we do? First, check with 2. Is 21 divisible by 2? What is the last digit? It is 1. So, it is not divisible by 2. because a number has to end with 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8 to be divisible by 2. What is the next number we are going to check with? Is 21 divisible by 3? Is it? Add the digits. 2 plus 1. How much is it? 3. So yes, 21 is divisible by 3. What are we going to do? We'll continue building the number tree. We are going to divide 21 by 3 and write the quotient, which is 7. Now, can you divide 7 to any smaller numbers? No, it is not. So, we change it to pink. So, what are the 4 pink numbers here? 2, 3, 3 and 7. We cannot make these numbers any smaller by dividing them. So the numbers in pink, these are the smallest number, 2, 3, 3, 7. What happens if you multiply them? Can you try it? Try multiplying them in your notebook and see how much is the answer. Did you get 126? Isn't this the number we started with? Interesting, isn't it? Next, we will practice with another number. This time, 60. What is the first step? We check if 60 is divisible by 2. Is it divisible by 2? Yes, because it ends with 0. So we divide 60 by 2 and we get a quotient 30. We write them down. 2 is in pink. Next we check 30. Is it divisible by 2? It ends with 0. So yes, it is divisible by 2, and if we divide 30 by 2 we get 15. We write them down. Next we check 15. Is it divisible by 2? The number ends with 5 and it is not an even number. So it is not divisible by 2. Next step, is it divisible by 3? Add up 1 and 5 and it is 6. And 6 you can divide by 3. So divide by 3 and you get the answer as 5. Next step, you will check 5. Can you divide it by anything else? No, it is not. It is the smallest number. So we change it to pink. So what are the pink numbers in this number tree? 2, 2, 3 and 5. What happens if you multiply the numbers? Again, try doing it in your notebook. What is the answer? Exactly, 60. And this is the number we started with in the number tree. So, one way of finding out if you have done the number tree correctly is to multiply the smallest numbers that you get from it and see if after multiplication you get the main number that you started with. This is a very good test to see if you drew the number tree correctly or not. This is an exercise for you. Can you try building a number tree for 696? In the next 5 minutes, please pause the video and try to build a number tree for 696. After you have finished, you can come back and start watching the video again to see if you got it correct. You can now pause the video and start working. So how did you do? Were you able to divide 696? Let us see how we do. First step, check if 696 is divisible by 2. The last digit is 6. So it is divisible by 2 and we divide it and write down the quotient. We write 696 divided by 2 is 348. Is 348 divisible by 2? Yes, the last digit is 8. We divide it and we write down the quotient, 174. Is 174 divisible by 2? The last digit is 4. So, it is divisible by 2. We divide it and write down the quotient, 87. Is 87 divisible by 2? The last digit is 7. No, it is not. What will we check next? Is it divisible by 3? Add up 8 and 7 and you get 15. Is 15 divisible by 3? Yes, it is. So 87 we break down into 3 and the quotient is 29. We divide 87 by 3 and we get 29. Now, is 29 divisible by 2? No. Is 29 divisible by 3? 9 plus 2, 11. No, it is not. Next, what we will check? Is 29 divisible by 5? No, it does not end with 5 or 0. So, it is not. Is 29 divisible by 7? No. We divide 7 fours are 28 and 29 is not divisible by 7. Then we keep on checking if 29 is divisible by 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. It is not divisible by any of the numbers. So we cannot divide 29 into any lower numbers. So 29 is not divisible anymore and we change it to pink. So again what do? We write down all the pink numbers. We multiply all of them and how much should we get? We get 696. Were you able to do this correctly? Did you understand how we drew the number tree? That is how we draw the number tree. That is the end of the lesson today. Finally, to check your understanding, you will give a test. For the numbers given in the test, this is what you will do. You will write down the numbers in your notebook and you will draw the number tree. Then you will find the numbers in pink. These are the numbers which are the smallest and you cannot divide them anymore. In the answer, you will write down the numbers as the number, then multiplied by the second number, multiplied by the third number, and so on. After you have multiplied, you check the answer. Did you get the answer same as the original number? If yes, then your answer is correct. I will send the test link in the group.